Hi Taurus, welcome back to Grounded Oracles. If you are a returning subscriber, know how much I appreciate you and that I pray for you daily. If you are new, my name is Tracy and you are very welcome here. In this series, we are going to look at the leader within. Now, this supersedes or surpasses being a leader in your community, your household, maybe a owner business or CEO. This is about the leader within you. So, or if you are someone who doesn't want to lead other people due to liability, fears, whatever it is, you are still a leader to yourself. Who are you listening to? And are you taking charge of your life? These are very important self development things that we need to reflect on so that we can grow to be the most true, essential us, not swayed by other people's opinions, but who we are. This is our journey, and how are we going to let it unfold? For some of you, the story that you have of your life you don't like, and it's time to rewrite that. The time to do that is now. It's now, whether or not that's a small step of reflection or taking a big step towards your goals in life. So, we're going to start off by stretching our intuition muscles. This is not just for people who don't know how to trust their intuition. These aren't for people who, are somewhere on the journey. This is for everybody, whether or not you consider yourself a beginner or a guru. So, tap into which card speaks to you the most. I will hold them up closer to the camera. And at the end of the read, I will pull these back out. And whichever one or ones you resonate with, we're going to have a little bit of an extra message for you that will be a little bit more personal for your story. Okay. So we have the Hermit's Lantern. Trust, experience, and succeed. You will be able to perform any task that lies ahead of you. Okay. And card 2, we have Celestial Scale. Gorgeous. Listen, rethink, and recalibrate. What is out of balance will soon be revealed to you. And lastly, we have Apex. Invest, reach, and celebrate. Set reasonable goals. Let your achievements speak for themselves. You can pause the video if you need a little more time, but we're going to remove this and jump into our energy reading. Okay, Taurus. Now, if you tuned into last week's reading, then you know it was a pretty monumental reading about spiritual ascension and just becoming more connected with yourself and spirit. Just really delving into what spirituality means for you and stepping more into that. It doesn't mean that, you think you're more spiritual than someone else or someone's more spiritual than you. This is all about your role. And for some of you, it may have resonated with you that you may go into like some sort of spiritual teaching of some kind, maybe a spiritual life coach. You may want to get into Reiki and other forms of healing, totally dependent, of course, on your dreams and goals. So with that in mind, we'll see what today's reading holds for us. And okay, let's jump into it. So we're going to pull one of these lovely oracle cards from Deck of Sacred Rhythms. Set kind of a tone and a vibe for us for the leader within. Spirit, you are welcome here. What does Taurus need to know about the leader within? Okay. And we have ritual. Manifest, channel, and absorb. We are all intuitive beings. Trust your own magic. This card couldn't be more perfect. If you are interested, I have launched a 30-day intuition challenge. We are in day 9 right now. It's in my shorts collection on the Grounded Oracles page, where you're being asked to look at the images and how does it resonate for you? What is your intuition telling you? So if you're interested, take a look at that. But for the purpose of today's reading, Taurus, we're going to talk about ritual and how it helps you about being the leader within. Okay, so during my pre-shuffle, there was a couple cards that jumped out to be used, and we're going to take a look at our cards. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, teamwork and collaboration. Okay, and we have the World card, Major Arcana. We have the High Priestess. Oh my, I think this came out for you last reading. All about the intuition, going deep. I think some of you are afraid to retreat within yourself and really look at the deep stuff. Sometimes it's easier to run away, but that doesn't mean it's what's best for us. I actually recently heard today an interesting opinion about sharing your boundaries with family members, that even though it might be easier to run away, are you really showing your self value by doing that? Definitely tough. Definitely tough. Move these over just a little bit. But consider that. All right, and then we have the Three of Swords. So maybe some hurt and some pain. Could be betrayal and deceit, but it doesn't have to be utter heartbreak from somebody leaving, although it certainly can be, Taurus. And if that is the case, that is a hard thing to process. Any kind of backstabbing, gossip, pain, or betrayal from those we work with or those we love are very painful. And you need yourself, give yourself enough time to honor those feelings, process those feelings, and then in the way that works for you to let them go when you're ready. So, Taurus, this really is about a continuation of your previous read last week about your spiritual growth and development. So, it's time to embrace that you have some gifts that maybe you've been afraid of, or gifts that you haven't really exercised yet. So you are being invited, Taurus, to really look at what your worldview is about spirituality. Where do you stand in the common flow of things? Not that you should compare yourself, but what it is that you believe, because you're going to hear such a wide variety of beliefs out there, and you need to know where your values and truth stand, so that if you need to teach someone, you need to mentor someone, you are going to know where you stand and why. Very important. You don't just accept things just because they come across your plate. Feel free to challenge your beliefs. Okay? Go deeper. Read all you can. And this card about the ritual is not just setting intentions and manifesting. Those are all lovely things, but the day-to-day things that you need to take care of for your healing, your growth, your relationships, those make up the crux of our life, right? Those are the things that are within us. And they also teach us good coping skills, healthy choice skills, all of these things that we need to practice. So you are being invited to create some new spiritual rituals for yourself. So those things that maybe you used to try and you've set them aside, bring them back if they brought you some joy. Or look into some new things that you can really take for a test run. Because for me, this Three of Pentacles is really saying, collaboration and teamwork. But what I'm thinking of is that some of you may be disconnected from your spirit team. Now, this could be ancestors, angels, spirits, any variety of things, whatever that means to you, spiritual animal, whoever your spirit team is. If you have not yet explored this before, Taurus, you are being invited to meditate, to pray, to journal, to get outdoors, maybe even find a spiritual mentor if you feel really lost and stuck. You're being invited to collaborate with your spirit team. So pray, connect with your higher self, okay? And you will begin to during your meditation time, you will begin to absorb those insights. Your intuition will grow. You will see this by leaps and bounds, and it will heal some of this hurt. I'm I really think for a lot of you, Taurus, that I think some of the pain that you may have caused is thinking that maybe you can't follow your intuition or you've taken some wrong steps. But, beloved, I've really been reflecting on this lately because I used to beat myself up a lot about the choices that I made. I thought things were going in the wrong direction, and I'm like, oh, I can't trust my intuition. But what I'm really starting to absorb myself is that you may have think you took a wrong bend through a choice your intuition showed you, and you may be thinking, I can't trust that. But maybe that was the path that was going to show you the most growth about yourself. So how can that be wrong? It is just a matter of perspective. How do you see things? Okay. So try to flip the script, reframe it in a way that helps you with your growth, because beating yourself up isn't going to change things. Okay? Be gentle with yourself. But you are being invited to enter times of prayer, whatever that means for you. Prayer journaling can be an excellent way of processing things, get them out. And you can even set up like a prayer journal where you're writing out your questions. And when spirit shows you, or your spirit team, you can write out the answers as your intuition leads you, Taurus. And for some of you, this as you delve into this, the heart pain that that your heart chakra is maybe a little blocked because of this, because of limiting beliefs, challenging situations. But as you step into this and start trusting your intuition, your views are going to change. Your world, as you know it, is going to shift and change for the better. It is a process. And some cycles will come to an end as you embrace this. You will feel so much better, Taurus. Okay, this is beautiful. You're going to blossom. I think of this as like a flower reaching up towards the sun. The sun is going to come out for you, Taurus, and you are going to blossom where you are planted. Okay, beautiful. All right, now we're going to take a look at some oracle cards to see if Spirit wants to give us any other messages. What does Spirit, what do you have for Taurus about the leader within? Okay, and we have tsunami. Okay, wake up call. Okay, so for some of you, you've had this wake up call. For some of you, this reading is a confirmation that you are being called to a deeper purpose, a deeper spiritual life that maybe you didn't know existed before. You might have sensed it, but I love how the moon is here in part to show you that some of your journey is going to seem a little bit like a mystery because it's got to unfold in its perfect timing, Taurus. But it's going to wash over you and you will feel so much better. You will have an easier time letting things go. You'll be able to embrace some new things that maybe felt a little scary for you, Taurus. Especially if some of you might be stepping into a leadership role at work or in your community. Okay, so we also are going to take a look at Herbal Astrology card. And this card here, Mukano, number 16 for Journey came out. Beautiful. Like we've got the third eye is open and ready to receive. And the all-seeing source, whatever name you have for Spirit, is with you on your journey. So I'm just going to read the description as to why this card showed up today. Number 16. This is a beautiful journey you're on, Taurus. Okay. You may be in a state of transition, about to leave familiar territory and initiate a new journey. Something in your gut is telling you it's time for a shift, to enter a new physical space and or field of awareness. The powers of both Mercury and Uranus oftentimes appear as spontaneous opportunities out of the blue. This is the power of the higher mind magnetizing opportunities that match your spirit's frequency. Don't resist the journey in the name of comfort. The overwhelming rush of emotions that rise before big opportunities is signaling opportunities for growth. While the waters might seem turbulent at times, the sea of opportunities ahead will be tranquil. Let go of whatever's holding you back, be it from the past or present, and hold your gaze steadily into the future self. Like, you can't get any more confirmation than that to wash over you like a tsunami. Okay? That your gut, your intuition is speaking to you. It's beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to pull some inspiration, reflection cards that might be of assistance to you, Taurus, at this time. Okay, and we have an affirmation. Make a mental map of your path through life, from infancy through today, how far you have come. This is also an excellent exercise if you think your intuition has brought you the wrong way, to really look at what's happened and try to reframe that and look at that from another point of view. Okay, Taurus, beautiful. Now, lastly, for the main part of our read, I'm going to pull some grounding self-care energies. There is a practical application that goes with this, Taurus, that I will read at the end if you are interested. All right. Oh, I have not seen this card yet. Number 33. Oh, beautiful. You might be seeing synchronicities of threes. To me, this is the sun, right? With that eye here again. Spirit is with you. My passion and visions are as expansive as the sun. Beyond words right now, Taurus. There's that practical application that we will speak of at the end if you want to stick around for that. Okay, Taurus. I'm now going to clear the board and we're going to jump into our intuitive leadership cards. So choose whichever one or ones you chose will get a bit more of an expansive message on your leader within journey. Okay, this is a beautiful read, Taurus. You are really growing. Okay. It's Lantern, Celestial Space, Scale. Okay. So if you chose card number 1, trust, experience, and succeed, you will be able to perform any task that lies ahead of you. For some of you, you may want to take a snapshot of this, put it on your phone or your vision board, and really look at it and meditate on it. I look at this card as a fire mecca, okay? Like burning off old chaff, like the old ways of thinking, the old ways of doing, and letting that hermit's lantern guide you. If you were the hermit and you were carrying the lantern, you had to shine your light for other people to see. It would really glow as a healing light. It would melt any snow or frozen ground in front of you. It would help you know that next step that you're on. Sometimes all we need is just enough light for the next step. We don't need to see the whole path. We'd be scared and run the other way. We need to embrace where we're at, and that could be a major challenge for some of us because it can be hard to accept things. But try to learn to trust the experiences that you have, things, and you will succeed. Okay? So let that healing light shine on you so that you can be a light within and a light without for others. If you need to visualize yourself as the hermit holding up the lantern, then by all means do so, Taurus. That is beautiful. Okay, those of you that chose celestial space, I'm just thinking like a spring blooming garden. This is beautiful. Listen, rethink, and recalibrate. What is out of balance will soon be revealed to you. So, as you are on this leadership development, spiritual growth journey, sometimes you need to learn to listen to yourself, Quiet that voice. When our intuition is not being heard, oftentimes that can be because of our anxieties and our fears. And those can be so loud that it drowns out that intuitive voice. So, one really good thing that you can do when you're trying to say make a decision is maybe to picture a flower, right? And when the answer is yes, that flower is in full bloom. When the answer may be no to something, you may see something that's wilted. Maybe you see an odd combination, so it may need a little more investigation. So, really learn to listen, like listen to your body, because you may be one of those people that feels it throughout your body, and try to readjust yourself to the path and the growth that you're on. Whatever is out of balance, Taurus, will be brought back into balance. It will be shown to you as you step forward. Trust your intuition and really listen to spirit, your higher self, you. Hmm. Some of you who will enter some sort of leadership role in the community or at your place of work, as you learn to trust yourself and your intuition, you'll relax a little bit more and you will really blossom within that position, whether you've been there for years or it's a position you're considering applying for. Okay, Taurus. Lastly, we have Apex. Invest, reach, and celebrate. Set reasonable goals. Let your achievements speak for themselves. So, this is really saying to me that the leader that you are is extremely unique, as each one of us has our own unique path and unique way of looking at things. You need to invest in yourself, in your growth. Really set some goals that you can step out of your comfort zone with and celebrate every single small win. With If you don't do that step by step, it'll be harder to be satisfied with what you have in front of you, to be contented. And it's harder to build further growth and advancement when we aren't grateful for what we have. Okay? Don't compare yourself to others, right? You are unique in yourself. It's certainly okay to look at what people that you admire, like what they've done to get where they are, but you are your own unique, special you, Taurus. No other person is like you. The DNA, the mold was broken when you came here, okay? You are unique, just like the fingerprints that we have, just like the snowflakes that we see, all unique. Okay, Taurus, that was it for our read. I hope you found something useful here. Very beautiful read. Please leave a comment in the comment section on how I can pray for you about your growth, your journey, your leadership development. Okay. And hit like and subscribe so this message can get out for others and you can show support to a growing channel. And if you're interested, stick around and I will read the lovely practical application for my passion and visions are as expansive as the sun. Have a great day, Taurus. Okay, we'll take a look at this, number 33. We all have an inner fire, sun that burns and gives us the energy to be ourselves and have passion for life. In this expansive energy center, this inner fire helps us digest food as well as the impressions and stimuli of the world. But this center stems our personal power, will, drive, and purpose. And we need this fire to move forward in this life. At the level of your solar plexus, you have an inner fire where your transformational power lies and you find your strength to move forward in life. Do you feel assertive? Do you have clear boundaries? Do you feel empowered right now? These are the signs of a balanced solar plexus chakra. When imbalanced, you can experience indigestion, no will, nervousness, and a feeling of powerlessness. This energy center is placed between the sacral and heart chakra and connects the heart's desire with the creative aspects of the heart or womb. You are here to experience who you can be and what you can achieve through your soul's highest purpose. Let go of fears, worries, and doubts, and let your inner strength shine on the path forward. Just as the sun shines its light brightly, you are a light that shines here on earth. So, some solar plexus chakra practices. Eat yellow vegetables and fruits like lemons, yellow paprika, and yellow squash, and consume warm foods and drinks. Let your body move and exercise regularly. Chant the solar plexus chakra Manipura chakra mantra Ram. Set healthy boundaries in your life. Release rigidity. Practice yoga asanas and involve twisting. Create goals and visions for your life. This is beautiful. Well, there you are, Taurus. Thank you for being here today, and stay grounded.